Hey everyone, Frugal Panda here. Let's go visit Bandon, Oregon. Bandon, Oregon. Bandon, Oregon is a small city of 3,311 folks. Elevation here looks like 72 feet. Remember, guys, I'm coming from Colorado, Denver area. To be more accurate, I was basically stopping by here. I really had nothing planned. I really liked Bandon, and it took me a minute to realize where I was at. If you saw some of my old videos from like 5 years ago, we stopped here on one of our first trips to Oregon, and right when I parked at this dock, because this town started looking familiar, and then I parked by this dock right here, and I started seeing these like their little artistry they had here, like statues and different stuff like this, and it activated a memory. I'm like, oh my god, yeah, I remember Bandon. It had all these cool little statues of everything, sea related and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, we've been here. I really like this little town. I liked it this time too. Um, this is a very touristy town. It's very nice, very pleasant, very clean. Not a huge homeless population. I saw a guy or two who was obviously homeless, but he looked more like, a local person. Not like, 20,000 people coming here from LA or San Diego or somewhere or Portland. And so anyway, we're just walking around. My trip out here this year in October, late October, was beautiful. It was like, oh man, it was awesome. I love Oregon. I love visiting it. And I'm not talking about just Portland. Portland's cool. This time, I only went to Portland really just because my daughter her and her husband bought a house in Hillsboro. So I went to check out their area. And I love Hillsboro. Hillsboro is a really nice little city. But I didn't really spend a lot of time in Portland this time. When I do come back next time I come out to Oregon, I will spend a little more time in Portland. I promise. I really will. So there was only one issue here. So I was walking around cutting videos or something. I think I was by the dock, not this area. I mean, you guys in Bandon, you know where this area is at. But if you live in Bandon, I was more on the opposite side of this, all the way down to other end of like the piers and stuff, by like a parking lot that's off to the side, more like an overflow. Not at the beginning of the historical welcome sign to Bandon to the historical area, but the other opposite side. So I was there, and there was two gentlemen there, younger guys, and I'm clear across by the water, and I hear them yell out, "White power, white power!" And I couldn't tell if they were joking or not. It was only two of them, if they were drunk or high or whatever. They were young guys. I turned around, I was like, "What the heck is that?" I'm like, "Are you serious?" So it was more over in this area. So I don't know what they were, if they were trying to show, like, maybe do some, trying to be funny or a movie or something like that. I don't know, but I'm like, dude, you guys don't, you're a little too small town to be doing that. You don't know where you at. You may think you know where you're at, but you don't know who all the people passing through here, and you might create a problem you ain't ready to deal with, type of thing. But then I watched them after I stared at them a while, and they only did it like a couple times, and then but they were messing with a homeless guy, and he looked like a local guy, but kind of messing with him. And I'm like, all right, keep playing like that. Someone gonna, like I said, this is a touristy town, and I won't say anything bad about Bandon because I'm guarantee you that's an anomaly. I don't care what you say in your home. You can do what you want. You can have your beliefs. We all can. But in public, you never know who's there. And that's just the truth of the matter. And anyway, so I thought nothing of it after that. But Bandon isn't like that. Bandon depends on tourist dollars. They can't have all that because all types of people come through here. I saw all types of people here. Also, this was more of a dead day, by the way. Don't ask me what day it was I was here. It had to be before the weekend. Yeah, it had to be before the weekend. And I want to say I was on my way to Lincoln City. I was hanging out here, then I would end up in Lincoln City and Depot Bay. Another two of my favorite places. While I was here, I would go and grab a bite to eat at a place. I don't think I've been there before, but it was a cute little outdoors place, not too far, like literally almost across from the bathroom. And I sat there and I talked to an older couple. I'm getting older too, but they were older than me. They were closer to retirement, from California, from a small town in California. Like I said, when you hear about Californians move here, Californians, not everyone's from San Diego, LA, San Francisco. No, they're from small town California. And small town California is amazing and has much more in common with folks, say, in these areas than they ever would with, say, Sacramento. I'm just using an example. So they're talking about retiring this area. So that's what they were down here checking on. I probably sat there for 30, 40 minutes, maybe a little longer. We just chatted, and they had like a farm, like something like a farm there. And we just really, and how it was hard them finding good workers and stuff like that, and like getting people to work, and they were paying good money. And I said, yeah, that's pretty normal. Because an organization I work for, we have issues finding people that will work, to be honest with you, as well. And our people work remote. I work remote. But anyway, we had a good conversation, just chatted and talked and talked about our travels. Every time I'm on these trips, I always meet interesting people and get caught up in good conversations. Now I'm just walking around. I'm getting my steps in, guys. I'm a big believer in my Apple Watch, or if you got a Fitbit or whatever. So I always get my steps in, minimum 10,000 steps, always. So I'm walking around. I'm carrying an e-bike and I have a scooter in the back, if I remember right. I think I brought my scooter too. I'm pretty sure. We're just walking around. We're hanging out. I love Bandon. I think it's really cool. There's much more than what I did here. There's way more stuff. There's a cool lighthouse. There's a scenic viewpoint. There's the Bandon Beach. There's all types of stuff for you to do here. It's along the highway. I mean, the Oregon Islands National Wildlife. There's a state park. I heard the winters are cold and rainy. I was here in late October, and this is what it looked like. I think I just got lucky. I don't know if you're from Oregon and from these areas. Tell me, did I get lucky? This was probably about October, 28th, 29th, I would guess. But it was like nice. I was like, wow, man, I love the ocean, guys. I love the ocean or big bodies of water. I loved when I was in Minnesota being along Lake Superior. I loved it too. It's an inland sea, so it felt like you're on the ocean too. It's a huge, giant sea. But as you can see, and I'm here early enough. I'm just here early enough to catch lunch. So some of those clouds are still burning off. Probably the later videos I probably did in the same day, you will see it's even clearer as well. And also what I like about the West Coast, I forgot, I grew up in California, is that it stays light later than in, the further east you go, Colorado included. So yeah, we're just walking around enjoying the historical area in Bandon's downtown, and it brought back memories, especially all those statues. I remember coming here with my kid when he was like, 5 years ago? He was like 12, I would say. Check out my Amazon links. Go check out Bandon. What I said in the beginning, hey, and that's an anomaly. Never heard that. They depend on tourist dollars. People are really nice. I've had some good conversations, and I will come back here again. Nobody stops me from going anywhere. Anyway, like and subscribe. And thanks for watching, everyone. Have a good day. Bye.